Hello and welcome. What we're gonna do right now is we have this kind of like dome made out of like acrylic cuts. The dome is hollow, and we want a light bulb to be hanging from the inside, right? And the cable should go through here. Hopefully, it will. But we need like a plastic piece that holds the socket in place and gives a bit of structure. That's gonna be fairly simple. Um, yeah, yeah, simple. And so at first I was thinking maybe we should do this kind of like extruded kind of thing so they would go like precisely in the middle of this, but I'm thinking I'm making myself like way too much work. It's more complicated. Why don't we just make like this one right here? Like just like a uh, copying the inner surface of the top inner surface of these pieces of the sphere, and we have like this other like volume that holds on to the socket. Pretty simple, right? Yeah, we can do that. I'm gonna give you this startup file which has this sphere, which you did, and that's where the cuts came from, and a socket and a light bulb replica, which is, well, I mean, not a replica, but I mean like the same dimensions of one original one, which is going to allow us to like make something that goes with those dimensions. So let's start. Let me turn on the screencast key. So everything I do, I'm gonna do it here. If for any reason, if it's something I do, like for example selection, it says here right mouse click. If you're using Blender, the new version of it, you're probably gonna be doing some other commands. So I will try to name them so you can look for them. The reason for that is because I'm using the key map of Blender 27X, which is like old school Blender. Or you can just switch it and follow along. Up to you. Great. So we want like this kind of like shape. I'm thinking up until here is good to copy like this part right here, or maybe a bit more. Or is it too much? No, maybe like here. And I'm gonna put a bird. No, I mean my cursor there, because I'm gonna go into edit mode, and I want to bring those faces. Let me just check which one is it. See from the side. A. Okay, so it's like from this triangle. No, that one. That triangle up. All right. So now that I'm here, I'm gonna isolate this object, um, and I'm going to use C as a circle selection. With the scroll, I can move it bigger or smaller, and I can select many things at once. Great. I select all these faces, and then I do P for separate the selection. Well, you know what? My bad. I'm gonna make a copy. Shift D. Shift D. I'm gonna P, separate by selection, and now I have two things: the sphere itself and the top thing, whatever. And I have so many things named like so badly. Okay, let me just put some order here in my life. Camera, I don't need it. Cube, I don't need it. Sorry, you probably have to do this as well. Jellyfish half, I'm gonna turn it off. I don't need it right now. Half one, I'm gonna call this socket adapter. That's gonna be our main object. We have the socket, the label, the light. We're gonna delete it. Light is just like it's not a 3D model. It's like a light for Blender. Now I have this thing right here. Awesome, pretty cool. I think we should go like a shape, kind of like in here. It's gonna be pretty simple. Like this tutorial is gonna be so quick. Hopefully, I'm gonna Shift Alt and then select all the edges. Instead of going like shift right click, you can just do Shift Alt click. Oh, that's awesome. See it from the side. I'm gonna do an extrusion in Z up until the socket, just a bit less maybe. And then I'm gonna do this Z so I can see the wireframe view. I'm gonna hit scale to scale it inwards, just like that, just a bit bigger. I'm thinking I'm gonna do it just so it goes around this big part here. And then I'm gonna extrude again, not scale, extrude in Z. Oh my God, I made it too small. I'm gonna do Command Z, Command Z. I'm gonna scale it a bit more and then extrude in Z. Just barely. I think it's gonna fit. I'm gonna do it up until here because then I wanna do it again. Extruding Z, but here I wanna scale it up until the size of that part. You know what I mean? Yeah, why not? And so it would seem I'm gonna go into like isolation mode, which is like the forward slash thing, and so I can, so everything else like gets what's the word, like hidden, and I have selected these edges. Now these may seem like these things are like the completion of that, but it is not. It is this hole right now is empty. I don't know if I make myself clear with that. I'm gonna show you frame selected now. What the heck? Okay, yeah, here you can see there's a hole, right? Like this is not a fully enclosed 3D model. So I'm gonna select Shift Option, select this whole ring of edges, the one at the bottom, and I'm gonna do F to fill it in. Now it is a full enclosed object that we can 3D print, but there's something I need to do. The cable needs to go through, so I'm gonna do, since I already have selected like these, well actually you know what, yeah, I already have selected like this face. I'm gonna do Shift S and I'm gonna snap my cursor to the selection, which is gonna make it right in the center. Yeah, that works. I gotta make sure that's the only thing selected though. I'm gonna go out into object mode, Shift A, mesh, cylinder, and I have a cable right here which I'm gonna measure because I don't remember. I mean, it's not the exact cable, but it's approximate to it. I think 1 centimeter is more than enough. Now remember, every measurement we have here in Blender in a default Blender program, every meter is a millimeter. So if I want to do a centimeter diameter cable, this cylinder should be 10 by 10 millimeters, right? And then I'm gonna make it big here. You can just click and drag to a right or to a left to make something big or small. And I'm gonna make a hole like that. Yep, why not? Now, I'm gonna make a new collection. This new collection is gonna be called Mods. And I'll bring this cylinder, I'm gonna call it Cable Cut. And I'm gonna bring it here to Mods. I'm gonna turn off Mods. And I'm gonna say, hey, you UFO thing, I wanna add you a modifier, Boolean, difference with cable cut, and there we go. That's awesome. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna go out of the this mode. If we want to make sure the socket doesn't move inside this hole, I mean, I'm thinking we should add like hot glue or double-sided tape. I'm thinking double-sided tape like here on the edges of this part because there's quite some space, just a bit, but there's space. And maybe here like a whole bunch of like hot silicone because we don't want tension in the cable. I'm worried if this is a good solution though. I mean, this could work for a prototype. I'm a bit worried that the whole thing is being tension on the connection. I mean, it's not gonna be heavy, but I don't want to rely on like that. I think we can make something with a string to help it like not rely on the Yeah, I think we should do that. And you know what? Actually, we can add something here that helps us with that. Um, I'm thinking like something that we can like have a cable, a wire or a string grabbed to here so that the cable is just powering it, but not it's not the thing that keeps it hanging, if you know what I mean. Um, Something right here in the center. We should have a maybe something here. Maybe a little hole. Oh, how about a hole here and a hole here, and then we do like a loop with a string. Maybe it can be like a nylon string so it's transparent. I mean, the cable, either way, you're gonna see it, but um, yeah. I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, let's turn on the cable card. I'm gonna duplicate it and then move it in X. I'm gonna make this way smaller and still gonna make sure it grab in grab in X. I'm gonna make a hole here so it goes like through here and then shift D in X like that. I mean, they don't have to be like super. I mean, it would be great, right? Like right now, this one is at 2, blah, 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 it's at -10. Let me do it like, oh, -11. And this one is at, let's do it at 11. So it's like symmetrical. These two things, I can just join them with Command J. Yeah, so there's only one object. Let's call this wire cut. And now let's turn it off. Let's say, hey you, I'm gonna add you another boolean called wire cut. Now I have those holes, which can allow me to put like a string and tie it in and yeah, do something with that. You know, we could also add like those little like, yeah, there's many things we could do. Yeah, for now I think this is good, just to try it out and to get progress done. All right, and now this piece is ready to print. We can just remember do file, export STL, and when you export it, make sure you hit selection only and you hit apply modifiers. Save it as jellyfish adapter. I'm gonna do it right now actually. Jellyfish adapter or whatever name you think is suitable. And then you can turn on the jellyfish half, and that's what we're doing right now. Pretty cool. Oh, you know what we're missing? We're missing the things in which they're gonna be hanging like the other things. The things in which they're gonna be hanging the other things. Um, you know what we should do if we want like strings? I mean, this is just an idea, but I'm thinking, like, how about we use a torus? A torus. The cool thing about a torus, besides its name, is that we can. So here's the idea. We do graph, we put it here, we rotate it 45 degrees. Yeah, 45 degrees. We put it like here, right? Maybe we can do 4 of them. What I like about the torus is we can make a hole out of a torus and you can pass a string toward it and we can hang as many things as you want. So to make several quickly, I'm going to show you how to do an array. I think we have already done it. Shift C to make sure the cursor is at the center. Shift A. Let's bring a plane axis. This thing is called a torus. I'm gonna put it here in inside mods. I'm gonna turn on mods so we can see the whole collection. Torus, here it is. Now this torus, I want to make several, so we are going to. Actually, I think it could be a bit smaller. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe a bit bigger. Well, up to you. And maybe it doesn't have to be like just there in the center. It could be like grab in here. You know, like that hole. Yeah. Why not? All right. Now we do Control Shift Alt C, and we say, hey, please bring the origin of the object. Well, first of all, you know what? Control A, apply all transforms. Everything is applied. Yeah, good. And now we do, hey, I want several of you. I want 4 of you. So let's make add modifier array. Let's do 4. Let's not do relative offset, but rather object offset. And the object is going to be the empty. And now this empty, I can rotate it and I can make those 4 move. But let's rotate the empty in Z 90 degrees. Simple as that. The empty is kind of small, so yeah, bear with me. You're gonna have to like make sure you're clicking on it, or you can just click it up in here. And then let's just turn off mods again so we don't see them. And let's say, hey, you adapter, please have a Boolean difference with the torus. Oh my god. Now we can pass some strings around here and we can hang as much as 4 things. I mean, maybe more than 4, because you can pass several strings through there. But yeah, we can 3D print this. We can. So we're doing like multifunctional thing right now. Yeah. All right. Cool. Now it's time to export. File, export, STL, adapter, and we're gonna just like re-export it. All right. Awesome. Any questions? Let me know. Yeah. I hope this helps. Thank you.